Just like the old Viva, but completely different. That's the idea that Vauxhall is instilling in the mind of potential buyers. But what does that mean exactly? Well, just like the original Viva of the 60s and 70s, Vauxhall claims that this reboot is all about quality and affordability. The British brand also says that this new city car will appeal to 45 to 50-year-olds, as well as the usual under 25 crowd who are after their first car. So, lots of promises about a car that has to challenge the likes of the Volkswagen Up and Hyundai i10. So let's see if it can deliver. The interior layout of the Viva is very stripped back, but we actually think it looks quite smart thanks to this black gloss. Reminds us a bit of the Peugeot 208. If it wasn't for these scratchy plastics, it would actually feel like a much more expensive Super Mini. Something definitely worth mentioning though is the lack of reach in the steering wheel, which makes getting comfortable quite difficult. Now, entry-level trims in city cars can be a bit of a minefield, with some models dreadfully sparse when it comes to basic features. But thankfully, the Viva comes with the likes of steering wheel mounted controls, electric windows and cruise control all as standard. If you desperately need air conditioning, then it can be added as a £500 extra. The flagship SL model makes things a bit more plusher, with the likes of Bluetooth, USB compatibility, a leather-wrapped steering wheel and dark tinted windows. There's not many surprises in the rear in terms of legroom. Headroom, however, is pretty good. Vauxhall's done a good job of chiselling out as much room as possible. One thing worth mentioning is the fact that there's only a 5-door available, so there's the added practicality of 5 doors. Boot space with the seats up is nothing special, falling slightly behind a lot of the competition with just 206 litres. It makes up for this though when you fold the seats down, opening up 1,031 litres, which is bigger than the VW Up. One of the expectations of city cars is that, by name, they're supposed to be easy to drive in the city, and the Viva certainly lives up to that, as it's got a small turning circle and the compact dimensions means it's easy to manoeuvre around the city. There's even a city mode button that you can press, and this lightens up the steering, making it easier to manoeuvre. When you do venture out of the city onto twisty B roads or motorways, the Viva can handle itself. And for what the light steering lacks in feedback, the suspension makes up for with a nice balance between soft and firm, meaning you can throw it into corners with some confidence and it'll stay composed. One thing worth mentioning though is that you do get a lot of wind noise at motorway speeds. There's only one engine available, and it's a naturally aspirated 1-litre 3-cylinder petrol. Thankfully, it is quite lively though, and when you get above 4,500 RPM, any doubts of why there isn't a turbo option available will be eradicated. Okay, a 0 to 62 mph sprint time of 13.1 seconds isn't mouth-watering, but it's all about fuel economy and efficiency. And if you go for the EcoFlex version of the 1 litre, you'll get 94 grams per kilometre of CO2, and realistically, you get upwards of 50 miles per gallon. On the whole, the 5-speed manual gearbox is quite smooth, but going from second to third is quite notchy at times, and you might find yourself just switching straight into fourth. It's not quite got the prestige badge appeal of the VW Up or the refinement levels of the Hyundai i10, but what it does have is a lower price tag than both of those models, and if you're purely focusing on a car that's cheaper to buy, then the Viva should definitely be on your shortlist. But what do you think of the Viva's comeback? Let us know in the comments section below, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. To research your next car and find great deals, visit carkeys.co.uk, and to watch more videos, click on the links at the end of the video.